You're watching the TCMMA podcast.
The main card is looking interesting. Like the first fight we're going to get into today, you got Volkan Oezdemir, 20-7, taking on Carlos Ulberg, 11-1. This is Switzerland versus New Zealand. Again, light heavyweight division. It's a big time fight. Ulberg is more than a 2-1 favorite, but I'll tell you what, Volkan is a bad dude, man. Don't count this guy out. Let's begin with this prediction first and foremost. In the light heavyweight division at UFC Macau, it's going down. You got Volkan Oezdemir taking on Carlos Ulberg. We got it's 11-1, right? So he's kind of a veteran now, right? 12 fights in. Ulberg 6'4", 2 inches taller than Oezdemir, or Oezdemir, however you want to say it. Oezdemir's 1 year older at 35. He's given up 2 inches in reach to Ulberg. Both guys stand right-handed. Ulberg 7.4 significant strikes per minute to 4.8 for Oezdemir. So, Ulberg's kind of fast-paced, very active on the feet. One takedown every 3 rounds to go with it. Volkan, 80% takedown defense. So it's going to play out on the feet more than likely. Now, Volkan KO Johnny Walker, first round. Wow. Bogdan Guskov, submission, first round. He's won the last 2, lost in Nikita Krylov before that by decision, but looking good in the last 2. Ulberg looks good all the time, almost. He's won the last 6 fights, all by finish, except 1. The last 5 have been by finish, so it's unbelievable how this guy has dominated, beating Alonzo Menefield, Da Woon Jung, Ihor Potieria, Nikolai Negumereanu. I mean, just dominant. Only one of the last 4 fights got out, one of the last 5 fights has gotten out of the first round, and that was Da Woon Jung. So listen, Carlos Ulberg has looked really good so far. Volkan is really good too. This is a very tough fight to predict, but I got to go with Ulberg, man. I just got to believe that every time we see him, he's still getting better. He's 34 years old, so he's still kind of in that prime window, but he's young still as a fighter too. So I still think he's learning and growing. So with that being said, I think every time we see him, he's going to be even better. And as good as Volkan is and as hard it is to go against him, I still got to. Ulberg wins this thing to move to 12-1, mainly on the feet. He'll outstrike Volkan. Probably goes the distance. But either way, Ulberg wins. In my opinion, light heavyweight division, UFC Macau. Yeah, and that's a tough prediction because Volkan is the real deal. Right? He's really good. I've seen him KO people. I'm like, holy cow. But Ulberg right now just seems to be on a different level, right? I mean, Ulberg 11-1, so he does have that 1 loss, right? That could loom large in this fight. The odds could be wrong here. I'm not 100% confident Ulberg wins. I mean, it's not like Oezdemir's old. It's 35-year-old versus 34-year-old. Ulberg has less fights, less experience. But the guy is very active on the feet, and I like that. And Volkan is not very active with takedowns. So that gives Ulberg even a better chance because that's not going to be a threat in this fight. So I got no choice when it comes down to it but to go with Carlos Ulberg to take this thing.
He's gon' fight, he's gon' fight. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fight of call, UFC at its height. Bringing that thunder with all his might. Saying, step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded.